If you just honestly answer one simple question, you will surpass 99% of people. You will surpass them in health. You will surpass them in fulfilling relationships. You will surpass them in money. You will surpass them in financial freedom, overall fulfillment. And that one question is, what would I do with my life if money was a non-issue? You see, when you ask yourself this question and you honestly answer it, it will give you a clear indication of what you actually value in life, what you actually care about. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of going into fantasy mode. They think to themselves, well, I just chill on the beach all day. I wouldn't do anything. I'd sip margaritas and I'd swim on the beach and be taken care of at the all-inclusive resort for the rest of my life. You wouldn't do that because there's no purpose involved in that. Everything in reality has a purpose. Nothing comes into existence without purpose. If you have no purpose, you end up fading away. This is why oftentimes when people retire, they start getting sick, they start having problems, and they fade away. But the people who live in their purpose tend to live a long time. Look at Warren Buffett. He's like 97, 98 years old. So ask yourself that question. What would I be doing with my life if money was a non-issue? Some of you might say you'd spend more time with your family. Some of you might spend more time making music or spend more time creating art that you love to create. And you'll notice most of your answers to this question will be something that you can do now. Money is not actually the requirement. That's simply a perception, a block that you put in your way. It's something that you can do now. If you want to spend more time with your family, you can actually spend more time with your family now. If you want to make more music, you can make more music now. If you want to make art, you can make more art now. Oh, but Seth, I work a 9 to 5. No, I don't have the time. That is another false perception. I want you to look up some of the YouTubers who had 9 to 5 jobs and created massive YouTube channels. Like that guy, Game Theory, I think it was. He worked a 9 to 5 job for years while still having a YouTube channel that had like millions of followers. What are you doing with the excess time outside of your job? And since you don't know what you value, you're not taking that excess time to do what you care about. Now, when you do what you care about, you can turn it into money. And so many people don't understand this. Whatever you value can be turned into money. I remember it was actually a preacher who told me this. He said, whatever your gift is that God has given you is meant to make you rich. Your gift is your highest value. My highest value is business. And business is what has accumulated money in my life and allow me to have a certain degree of financial freedom. And when I ask myself this question, what would I do if money was a non-issue and I had 100% financial independence? I say, well, I would work on my business. I would assist my clients. I would make YouTube videos and I would spend time with my family. So why wouldn't I just do that now? And that's what I do now. And it earns me money, surprisingly enough. I'm gonna give you some examples of this. I have a friend. He values family. A lot of people are like, well, how do I turn my family into money? What am I going to do? Sell my kids like the Kardashians? What am I going to do? I have a friend. He values family. He values the mental health of his kids. He values the neurodevelopment of his kids. He values the overall health of his children. So he ended up studying a lot about screen time, a lot about iPads, short form content on kids, the type of content that's in the world for kids right now and the effect it has on their neurodevelopment and their mental health. And he studied it. And he became an expert on it. He started putting out content about it. Like, this show is not good for your kids to watch. It will mess with their neurodevelopment. There's too much bright colors. There's too much fast cuts. There's unrealistic sounds, etc. And this is messing with your kids' neurodevelopment. And he started putting content into the world. And he went from a couple thousand followers to over 100,000 followers. And now he has a product and offer that he sells people that helps parents wean their kids off of screen time, shows them shows and content that's good for their kids to watch in the neurodevelopment of their kids, toys that they can get their kids that will assist them, and overall assist the mental health of their children so they can have healthier kids. He makes money from this. He pays his bills with this. All from valuing family and seeing a problem and saying, hey, I care about this enough to assist other people. Another friend, he values relationships. He values connecting with people, talking to people, Every single day he tells me, yo, I just met this person, I met this CEO guy, and I met this person who runs this company. And he values conversation and meeting people. And he's been like this for years. So how does he earn money? With just liking to meet people. He connects business owners and gets a piece of the deal. And he's got equity in some companies. So he'll meet this CEO here and this person who provides this service here, and he'll connect them and he'll just get a little bit of money. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit. Sometimes it's a lot of bit of money. I know someone who did this. He brokered a deal for two guys and 6 months later made $400,000 for an introduction. That's how you turn your value on relationships into money. And this happens all over the place, all over the place. And surprisingly enough, doing what you care about and doing what you value is how you will make the most money. Look at all the billionaires in the world. Billionaires do what they value and figured out how to turn it into money. And since they do what they value, they get to have purpose, mission, and vision. That's what your values create. They have a vision for what they want to see on the planet, in the universe, and they get to cast their vision onto the world. Because when you do what you value, you are soul guided, which gives you more power, more magnetism. It allows you to see things that other people don't see, opportunities that other people don't see. Other people think you're a genius when really you're just living in your values and you have your own set of genius because of what you care about. So they cast their vision on the world. Jeff Bezos had a vision for e-commerce around the planet. Elon Musk has a vision for what he wants to see in the world. And since he's doing what he values, he gets to execute it. He gets to go build spaceships and explore space travel and build Tesla and build Neuralink, even to the point where he was able to cast his vision on the world in terms of politics. These are people with very potent value systems. And then people ask themselves, with billionaires, they're like, why do they work so much? Why do they work so much? If I had billions of dollars, I wouldn't work. They go into fantasy mode. I wouldn't do nothing. They work so relentlessly, so constantly, because they're doing what they care about and they have a vision for the world, which creates a mission, which informs their purpose. Anyone who is purpose-driven, who is on a mission, they don't stop. When you are on a mission, you go until that mission is complete. And then you might have another mission. It's ever expansive. But you only get to that by doing what you value. And if you don't do what you value, you won't have a mission, you won't have a vision, you won't have a mission, you won't have a purpose, and other people will cast their vision onto you, their mission onto you, their purpose onto you. And you will end up resentful, you will end up guilty, you will end up miserable, you won't earn significant amounts of money that allows you to have freedom in this world. Because without purpose, you'll just live in someone else's purpose. And it'll never be yours. This is why it's very important to seriously, honestly answer this question. When you answer it, put your answer in the comments below. What would I be doing with my life if money was a non-issue? Now, when you seriously answer this question, what's going to happen is it's actually going to open up another question. And this is the homeostatic vector of the universe. You have questions and you have answers. And when you have answers, you get another question. And then you answer that and you get another question. And that's just how the universe operates. The question you need to ask yourself is, what is required for me to live in my values and have money be a non-issue? Essentially, how do I do what I care about and make money from it? Now, that doesn't mean just because you find what you actually value. And if you need help with this, get my Value Finder tool. Link is in the description below. It's free. Utilize that. It'll give you your top 3 to 4 values. And you use that to inform how you're going to earn money. What is required for you to live in your values and earn money? What's required? And it doesn't mean it happens instantly, but since you're doing what you care about, you're able to just do it constantly. You're able to do it every single day. The artist Russ, he put out 11 albums that no one heard. Most people would have quit, but he was so inwardly driven and had so much purpose. Then he put out a song a week for 2 years, popped off. Now he's the #2 most highly paid independent artist in the world, and definitely #1 independent artist in terms of hip hop and rap. He's on track to make $25 million this year doing what he cares about. Man put out over 600 songs. Michael Jackson hasn't even put out that many songs. Michael Jackson, greatest recording artist of all time. Russ has put out more music than Michael Jackson. This is a soul-guided person, turned what he cares about into money. And it wasn't always easy. He had to work a job. He had to do things he disliked. I had to work jobs and still work on what I care about. Don't let the perception of time block you from doing what you know you can do. So answer the question. Put it in the comments below. And you'll notice when you actually do what you value, you'll tap into an unlimited source of energy to carry out your mission. So if you want to learn more about how to tap into this unlimited store of energy, check out this video. See you in the next one. Peace.